the fear of the Democratic donor class is that Joe Biden is hemorrhaging, and they're looking for ways that bloodletting would be staunched. And they say to themselves, is the economy going to recover? And of course, there's people talking about a severe recession, or worse, a stagflation, as we keep printing, $1 trillion every 100 days to spur the economy. And people are saying, well, we don't have a lot of tools to control this, because we've had inflation that's not going to end. And then they're looking at, is this war in Gaza or Ukraine going to finish? No. Is China going to back off a little bit? No. Is the border going to be closed? And no. And so they're looking at this Chicago convention in August, and they're afraid it might be like 1968, where people went home from campus in 68, and everybody said, well, they're Democrats, they're leftists, the schools are out, it was pretty quiet. And then suddenly they came out of the woodwork and destroyed Hubert Humphrey at the 68 convention. And nobody thought Richard Nixon could win after his earlier defeat in 1960. And he gave Nixon the election. So they look at all this, and then they say, but we can't get rid of Kamala Harris because that's not who we are. We don't get rid of black women in backdoor deals. So people have suggested, if this bloodletting continues, sometime in August, the Biden people would release the delegates, and then they would have a genuinely open convention, and they could say to Kamala Harris, we want you to win, but you've got to win the delegates. And from what we understand, she'd win no delegates. And it would be somebody like a Josh Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania, or Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan, or Gavin Newsom, or someone like that. And they feel that even at that late date, they might have a chance to stop Donald Trump. So people are talking about that all the time. But they're very, very worried that at some point, and we've got a long way to go to the election and even to the convention. So people are very, very worried that something could happen to Joe Biden, that he is an inadvertent step away from one step off Air Force One into falling, or one slip of the tongue of saying something so outrageous that it would be career ending, because he can say almost anything to anyone, anytime, anywhere, and we would have her inherit the presidency, step up to the presidency, and then go into the election as the incumbent. So all of these are scenarios that I think imperil the Democrats more than they do the Republicans.